Responsibility is awareness. Discipline is action. Responsibility says, I need to get in shape. Discipline goes to the gym when it's raining. Responsibility says, I need to fix my finances. Discipline stops spending when no one would know. Here's the truth nobody romanticizes. Discipline is boring. It's repetitive. It's unglamorous. That's why most people avoid it. So let me ask you, are you just responsible or are you disciplined? Yes, my people. Thank you for joining me again. And if you watched part 1, then you already know. Freedom was phase 1. Responsibility is phase 2. And I told you something important at the end. Responsibility alone isn't enough. Because a lot of people accept responsibility and they still don't change. They say, it's on me, but their habits don't reflect it. They own the problem, but they don't execute the solution. And that's where discipline enters. This is part 2. This is where things separate. Let me break this down clearly. Responsibility is awareness. Discipline is action. Responsibility says, I need to get in shape. Discipline goes to the gym when it's raining. Responsibility says, I need to fix my finances. Discipline stops spending when no one would know. Responsibility says, I need to build something. Discipline builds when there's no engagement, no applause, no validation. And that's the difference. A responsible man understands. A disciplined man executes. Here's the part nobody romanticizes. Discipline is boring. It's repetitive. It's predictable. It's unglamorous. You eat similar meals. You wake up at similar times. You follow similar routines. You train when you don't feel like it. You build when inspiration is low. There's no drama in discipline. That's why most people avoid it. They want transformation, but they don't want repetition. They want results without routine. But legacy is built on repetition. There's a stretch of time where nobody sees the progress but you. No one comments, no one congratulates, no one understands the shift. This is the lonely stretch, and this is where most people fold. Because discipline requires belief before results. You have to move like it's working before it looks like it's working. You have to train like the body is changing before it visibly is. You have to build like the business is growing before it pays you. This is the gap. And the gap is where legacy is decided. Something powerful happens when discipline becomes consistent. It stops being something you do and becomes who you are. You don't negotiate with yourself anymore. You don't debate whether to show up. You don't argue about effort. It's locked in. You wake up, you move, you build, you execute. Not because you feel like it, but because that's who you are now. Freedom gave you space. Responsibility gave you ownership. Discipline gives you identity. Let me show you the difference clearly. Responsibility gives you power over your present. Discipline builds your future. Power fixes your situation. Legacy changes your trajectory. Power helps you survive. Legacy helps you multiply. And that's the real goal. Not just to recover, not just to rebuild, but to become unrecognizable. 5 years from now, you shouldn't even recognize the version of you that needed this conversation. So here's the real question. Are you just responsible or are you disciplined? Because responsible people talk about change. Disciplined people become it. And here's the uncomfortable truth. You don't need another video. You don't need another motivational clip. You don't need another quote. You need daily repetition. Either when no one sees, either when no one claps, either when no one believes. That's how you build something that outlives you. That's how you move from freedom to responsibility to legacy. If you're serious about that shift, comment legacy and then close the app and then go and execute. It's just a paperboy, and I'll see you on the next one. If you've taken anything away from this episode, please, my people, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you, man.